guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well guys, about 90 days ago, almost to the day, I had Klinger Holsters reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to test their Stingray V2 Kydex holster inside the waistband holster. And being a fan of Klinger holsters, I've been using them for several years. I said, yes, of course, I'd love to try one out. So I requested the holster for the Taurus PT111 G2. I received the holster now for the first 60 days that I had it. It was basically used as a daily carry. Now I say basically because unfortunately I'm not allowed to conceal carry on my job, but anywhere that I could legally carry, anywhere that I possibly could carry without getting myself in trouble, right? I was carrying it with this holster. Now for the last 30 days I've been rotating it between the Klinger holster and then also a Harry's Holsters Insider Infiltrator. And so I'll be giving a complete review on this holster a little bit later on, but I wanted to just kind of start off and tell you a little bit about this Klinger holster and just how it's functioned for me, what I think about it, and so on. I want to give each of the holsters kind of their due time, all right, and a fair review. So we're not going to do a direct head-to-head comparison between those two. So 90 days ago, I went ahead and retired my car CT9, which had been my daily carry for the last year. That was using a Stingray V1 holster, and went ahead and just put that aside and started going exclusively with the PT111 G2. All right, first of all, guys, I want you to know that this pistol has been cleared. The rounds are all right up here, but we'll check the chamber and show it off. Okay, we want to be safe. Okay, so the Stingray V2 holster, in terms of just wearing it daily, what has my kind of reaction been to it? How do I feel about it, and so on? It is a slightly more substantial holster versus the original Stingray. You know, you do have this channel up here that gives you some protection and clearance for aftermarket sites or even factory sites if you need a little more room. You do have a slightly different design. You do have something that definitely is a little bit more robust. I really do like how it's got the protection over here over the mag release. It does cover up the majority of the buttons so you don't have the magazine eject accidentally. I do like the fact that Klinger has the 2-inch clips here for the belts, which I use a fairly thick belt, and so it makes it very easy for me to wear it. I wear between basically a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock position, depending on if I'm driving, walking, out at the range, and so on. That's just how I've carried, and it's just what I'm comfortable doing. The holster has held up really well. I mean, I've been wearing it in a variety of climates. I mean, back in September 5th when I did my first video on this holster, it was still pretty hot out. I was wearing it between, you know, 75, 85 degree climates, and then it's since dropped down to basically 0 or slightly above 0 at the range and so on. So again, I've had really good luck with it so far. It's been comfortable. In terms of printing, nobody's actually said anything to me. I think a lot of times when you conceal carry, a lot of people don't even realize that you are. So I haven't had anyone kind of say, hey, you got a gun or anything like that. I mean, it's got a nice kind of just basic profile that does sit well. It does conceal well. It's just kind of a solid square, so you don't really get the outline of the barrel when you're wearing it, and that's what I really like about it. You've got these folded over edges right here. In terms of retention, it's been really easy to keep it tense so that you have a nice click, and it goes right in. Okay, it does not come out. I've never had it pop out at all. It's not been an issue. It's got a nice aggressive click when it goes into place, clicking into the trigger guard. Again, you can adjust the tension with those 2 screws down there. And again, I showed this before. You do get extra hardware with the holster, which is really nice. An extra set of washers and screws, so just in case you have anything break or strip, you're all set to go. So I'm definitely going to give this one a thumbs up. It's been a nice little holster that's run really well. Would I take it over the original version? Yeah, I think so. I like the flexibility that if I ever decide to put some excess big dot sights on the top or, you know, anything aftermarket that takes up a little bit of room, I've got clearance. I'm not going to run into holster issues. I do appreciate that extra amount of cut and space they give to it. It's been comfortable. It's lightweight. It's durable. No issues whatsoever. The wear and the fit and the finish has been fine on it. Nothing more than you'd expect from a daily carry Kydex holster. So like I said, for the last 30 days, I've been bouncing between this and the Harry's Holster Insider Infiltrator holster because I wanted to kind of compare. I've only had this one for 30 days. I may do a quick update on this one too, just to let you know what I think about it. I'm not going to make a decision between the two because they're 2 different philosophies and 2 different approaches to conceal carry in terms of what you get for flexibility and so on. Okay, when you order the Klinger holster, you get your choice of cant angle. I believe that they have multiple colors, but I always seem to go for black. And, you know, it's basically custom molded to fit like any other Kydex holster. So if you got a PT111 G2 and you want to get yourself a good holster, you know, I think these run, don't quote me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I looked this up, maybe around $60 or so, $65 delivered. You know, there's kind of an average price that you tend to pay for a lot of Kydex holsters between $40 and $60. Just off the top of my head, honestly have not had to look it up, so I can't tell you. But if you're a PT111 G2 owner, I really like the fact that Klinger, the holsters always fit really well. I've never had an issue with it. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a wait time, but you know, for more popular pistols like this, they tend to have these on standby and you get them a lot quicker. When I ordered my holster for my Carceal T9, it took about a solid 4 to 5 weeks to get it, but it was also a holiday order, so that can also affect your delivery time. So would I buy this again, or would I take this again if I had the opportunity to? Absolutely. And again, this was sent to me from Klinger. And guys, you see my channel, you've seen me have problems with guns, you've seen things break, you've seen stuff not function. If I didn't like this holster, I wouldn't recommend it. It's nothing to do with the fact that they sent it to me just for free to try out. Okay, I just want you to know that. If it was junk, if it fell apart or cracked, you would definitely see that. And again, I've been using their products for 3 years. They've always been great for me. If I had problems, I'd switch over to something else, so it should not be a question. But overall, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely decent. So if you're out in the market trying to find one, check out a lot of different brands. And I guess, okay, first of all, you need to kind of figure out how you intend to carry. Do you want to go outside the waistband, inside the waistband? Do you need a cant angle? Do you want to go deep cover concealment and so on? Because this might not be the holster for you. You're basically limited with how you can do this. Notice you have no room for accessories and so on. And there's holsters out there that you know, let you put on a laser and a light and this and that. You know, it's a very simple, straightforward design. It clips on and that's it. And if you're not comfortable with that, you know, versus one that might have some padding on the back, and that's another thing you got to watch out for, then this may not be the holster for you. But for what I do and for how I carry and how I've been carrying for the last nearly 4 years now, this is definitely the way that I like to do it, just because I'm fairly active. I'm always driving in my car, out running around doing something, and so I like to be able to shift it around easily. Now again, be forewarned, with the PT111 G2, you might want to just lightly sand down this outside part of the grip. Now, I'm not telling you to eliminate your purchase on the gun or to minimize it, but this is going to rub and this could be uncomfortable, especially on a hot, humid day. If you sweat a lot, it could be a definite issue. You know, you can just say, well, man up, just deal with it. Well, it's kind of hard to man up when this thing is chafing and you start bleeding, okay? All right, it's just that simple. You can't stop the physics behind your flesh being seared off your body. So anyway, yeah, that's just so gross. Anyway, so yeah, you want to definitely wear a shirt, an inside shirt, if you're going to be wearing this one exclusively outside and it's going to be hot outside and humid because you don't have any kind of protection, versus say, you know, a holster that's got the cover on the back. So there you go. So anyway, guys, that's just my quick little 3-month update of the, again, the Klinger holster Stingray V2. Made in the USA. I've always had great customer service from Klinger. They were great to communicate with when it comes to testing this out. Would I rate this over the Harry's holster? I'm not going to say it this time, because the Harry's holster has been very comfortable and very flexible for lots of different kinds of different ways that it's allowed me to carry, which again, I don't get with this particular holster. So I'm not going to rate one over the other because they're both great holsters. But if you're a fan of Klinger, if you like the style, you like the design, you like the features, you really dig that channel, and you're running maybe some aftermarket sites, it would be the one to consider. So there we go, guys. All right, so that's my quick little tabletop review. Again, Klinger Stingray V2 holster. Guys, you can check me out over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also find me on gunchannels.com with my Saturday morning podcast called Caliber Corner. Otherwise, guys, you can support the channel over on Patreon with www.patreon.com/TravisP11. So that wraps this one up for now. If I get a chance down the road, I'll do another update. If it ever has problems, I will let you know. I will let Klinger know, and we'll make sure that you guys are not buying an inferior product. All right. So again, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. All right. Bye-bye.